Thank you. Hi, everybody. Can you please be seated? We're going to commence. Thank you. My name is Patrick Klavick-Windsor, and I'm the General Counsel and Executive Director of Legal and Legislative Services at the City of Maple Ridge. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that the City of Maple Ridge is situated on the traditional lands of the Kwanton First Nation and the Katzie First Nation, and we respect the histories, values, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada. I would now ask that you stand for the national anthem sung by Amaria Kiris.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, our true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Amaria. Thank you. Please be seated. I am honored and privileged to be the Chief Election Officer who presided over the 2022 general local election, and that I am able to MC this inaugural meeting of Council and special celebration. This is an exciting day as we swear in the new Mayor and Council for the 2022 to 2026 term. For those watching tonight online, we are gathered at the Arts Center, one of the great public spaces in downtown Maple Ridge that regularly hosts renowned performers from all corners of the globe. We are fortunate that this space is available to the community and to us tonight as we swear in the new City Council. Public service is demanding and noble work. Your local government deals with the services that impact your daily lives. Your mayor and council are the most accessible level of government, and you will see them out and about at hundreds of events over their 4-year term. The people we will be swearing in tonight are ambassadors for our city. We begin the evening with the installation of council through the swearing in of the elected officials. I will ask that each member, in alphabetical order, join me at the podium and take the oath following my lead. So with that, may I please have Councillor-elect Carreras.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to go one line at a time.
Little pieces, right?
Okay. I, Corleen Carreras, do solemnly affirm that
I, Corleen Carreras, do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of counselor for the City of Maple Ridge,
I am qualified to hold the office of counselor for the City of Maple Ridge,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in my relation to the election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the Community Charter.
I will abide by all rules related to the conflicts of interest under the Community Charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
and the actions that I take
and sorry, go ahead.
in the course of my duties.
And the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Thank you. All right, let's sign. Okay.
Can I take this? Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, Counselor-elect.
Sorry.
Okay, can I please get Counselor-elect Dozy to come up? And I understand that you have your wife in the audience with a Bible that you wish to swear on.
Yes. Thank you.
There you go. All right, sir. Repeat after me. I, Onye Dozy, do swear that
I, Onyeka Dozie, do swear that
I am qualified to hold office of counselor for the City of Maple Ridge,
I am qualified to hold office as a councillor of Maple Ridge,
to which I have been elected.
to which I've been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I've complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest
I will abide by all rules related to the conflict of interest
under the Community Charter.
under the Community Charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duty with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable for the decisions I make
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
and the actions that I take in the course of my duty.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and cooperation.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Sorry.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance to the law.
Thank you. All right.
So help me God.
All right. Can I... May I please have Councilor-elect Dewick come up? All right. I, Judy Dewick, do solemnly swear, or do solemnly affirm that
I, Judy Duke, do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of counselor for the City of Maple Ridge,
I am am qualified to hold the office for the city of Maple Ridge,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in relation to the elections of this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules of conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform my duties in the office in accordance with the law.
Right. Okay, can I please have Councilor-elect Schiller come up? Okay. I, Sonny Schiller, do solemnly affirm that
I, Sunny Schiller, do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of councilor for the city of Maple Ridge,
I am qualified to hold the office of Councilor of City of Maple Ridge,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules related to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Excellent. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Now, may I please have Councilor-elect Tan come up? I, Jenny Tan, do solemnly affirm that
I, Jenny Tan, do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of councilor for the city of Maple Ridge,
I am qualified to hold the office of councilor for the city of Maple Ridge,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules in relation to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable for the decisions I make
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Great. Can I please get Councillor-elect Youssef to come up?
Thank you. Excuse me.
Okay. I, Ahmed Youssef, do swear that
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. I, Ahmed Youssef, do swear that
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the city of Maple Ridge,
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the city of Maple Ridge,
to which I have been elected.
to which I've been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflict of interest under the community charter.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law, so help me God.
There you go, sir. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
And now, if I may please get Mayor-elect Rumi to come up.
This is supposed to be the easy part, right?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
We got you.
Okay.
Okay. I, Daniel Rumi, do solemnly affirm that
I, Daniel Rumi, do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of mayor
I am qualified to hold the office of mayor
for the city of Maple Ridge, to which I have been elected.
for the city of Maple Ridge, to which I've been elected.
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act
in relation to my election to this office.
in relation to my election to this office.
I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter
I will abide by all rules
related to conflicts of interest
related to conflict of interest
under the community charter.
under the community charter.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will carry out my duties with integrity.
I will be accountable for the decisions that I make
I will be accountable to the decisions that I make
and the actions that I take in the course of my duties.
and the action that I take in the course of my duty.
I will be respectful of others.
I will be respectful of others.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration.
I will perform my duties of my office in accordance with the law.
I will perform my duties in
Of my office in
of my
accordance with the law.
office. I thought this was supposed to be easy. In accordance with the law.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Not so quick. We have one more thing.
Here it comes. Woohoo! The big one. The bling bling.
There you go, sir. Okay, Mayor Rumi, you now bear the chain of office. I would now ask the representatives of the KC First Nation, I believe we have Councillor Rick Bailey and Councillor David Kenworthy, to come forward and share their words of wisdom for our new council.
Good evening, everyone. And congratulations to Mayor and Council-elect. I'm looking forward to the next 4 years working with you. Although we're actually in Pitt Meadows, KTR 1, our territory extends out here into Maple Ridge. And we got a few things going on out here. And I think Maple Ridge is fortunate in their election and their choice of Dan Rumi. I've worked with Dan in the past, and he's always, I've found, been there for the people and business alike. You know, he helped out the people in any way he could that I seen and witnessed. I wasn't prepared for anything tonight, so I'm just shooting from the hip here. But I guess, again, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you for being here and part of this special evening. I would now like to introduce your new mayor, Dan Rumi, to invite him to make his inaugural address.
This is the hard part. I've been saying this all day when I've been practicing my speech. When I was elected as an MP, flew to Ottawa, and we had the committee clerk who swore me in, and that was pretty much rushed out the door. This is going to be an emotional one for me, so be prepared for tears. I'll do the best to keep it brief, but this is a special one. There's a lot that I'd like to talk about tonight, and so I'm just going to get started. I'd like to first thank Rick Bailey for coming here tonight and saying the words that you say are important to me. I remember our journey together and you inviting me to all the Catesy events, the log house, the ceremonies that you showed me, the fish ceremonies. It touched me and I think helped guide me to where I want to be today, because First Nations matter and we can have an impact, we can work together. So thank you for your words tonight. They're very important. As we move forward in the next 4 years, I want to publicly make the commitment to strengthening the relationship between our governments and our citizens. We're committed to embracing your teachings to ensure that our words, work, and actions honor the 7 generations that will come after us and the 7 generations that come before us. Your knowledge of this place is critical as we work together to create a place to raise our children and live our best lives. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank our RCMP for walking us in, the firefighters and the piper. It's an honor to be led by such a great group of folks who represent our community. I thank you for your service. Tonight we celebrate the beginning of a new council and mandate, and I'm excited at the diversity of views and the professional and life experience around our table. It's exciting. I want to congratulate newly elected councillors Corleen Carreras, Onyeka Doze, Sunny Schiller, and Jenny Tan, and re-elected Councillor Judy Dewick and Ahmed Youssef. Your individual voices and perspectives are critical to us working together to serve our community. Councillor Dewick brings a quarter-century of service on Maple Ridge Council and has consistently been one of the best prepared legislators to serve our community. She understands local government and the intricacies of meetings and processes and how to move from an idea to a policy. As someone who has raised her family here, Judy brings her professional experience and her perspective to the table for every single meeting. You can't deny that. Our citizens have recognized her passion and skills and by returning her to the table for the next 4 years. Councillor Youssef is now beginning his second term, and over the last 4 years has proven himself to be a passionate advocate for all citizens in the community. He is a tireless volunteer and a community builder. I know that he began his journey to the council table by coming to speak to council and demanding action on the challenges facing our cities. Shortly thereafter, he found himself at the very table he used to speak to. Over the last 4 years, his passion to bring change still remains. Again, citizens got it right and recognized that passion, and he's back for another 4 years. Wow, this is tougher than I thought. Okay, here we go. We have 4 new faces around the council table. Over the last 6 months, we have gotten to know each other as we developed our campaign platform, walked the streets talking to citizens, knocked on thousands of doors, and attended candidate forums. As I noted during the campaign, while we ran together in the election, we are committed to act and vote as individuals, bringing our education, professional, and life experience to the council table to serve all citizens of Maple Ridge, not just those who voted for us. Jenny Tan, you are a force of nature. You do more in your spare time than most of us do at work. Jenny has a bachelor's degree in economics from UBC. She's also a Hammond resident, and I know that she's a passionate advocate for housing and transit, but she also brings the love of the arts to the table through her participation in the Maple Ridge Choral Society. Jenny's energy is boundless, and we look forward to harnessing that energy and passion over the next 4 years to address the needs for affordable housing in our community. Onyeka Doze, oh my friend, what a story. You got to give this guy a round of applause. We don't call him Onyeka, we call him Doze because that's what he wants to be called. So Doze, my friend, he came to Canada in 2001 with a dream to make a better life for his family. He moved to Maple Ridge in 2007 with his wife and 3 absolutely amazing kids. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Urban Land Economics, Master of Science in Construction Management, and is a certified project management professional. He has been a community leader and served as the president of the Port Coquitlam BIA and the Port Coquitlam City Economic Council. He also retained a strong connection to Nigeria as president of the Nigeria-Canada Association of BC. Here in Maple Ridge, he's the co-founder of Afro Gala. And when we host that again, when you host that next year, everybody's invited. It's the best time ever. As we campaigned together, I was struck by Doze's commitment to public service, wanting to give back to the community that has helped his family achieve prosperity. That is an inspiration to me. Thanks for being here. Sunny Schiller, often known as the voice of reason. Sunny is raising her family in Wannock, and her volunteer work with the Maple Ridge Climate Hub and the Maple Ridge Repair Cafe signal her passion for the environment. Sunny used to work for the City of Maple Ridge as a committee clerk, and in that role got to know so many citizens who are contributing to building our community. On the campaign trail, Sunny's passion for the environment and message about working collaboratively really connected with people on the doorsteps. We are grateful that citizens have elected her to serve with us for the next 4 years. Thank you. Finally, rounding out the council table is Corleen Carreras. I first met Corleen in 2015. You were the campaign manager for my competitor. Happily, I won that one, so I'm one up on you. Corleen joins the council table after serving 2 terms as a school trustee, the last 4 years as a school board chair. Corleen lives in Albion with her 2 children and her husband. Corleen has served as a ministerial advisor to the Minister of Citizen Services and Deputy House Leader Lisa Baer. Corleen has also served as president of the Arts Council and was the director of the 2020 Maple Ridge BC Summer Games. While she is new on council, she has an incredible record of public service and jazz hands. It's a thing. The citizens of Maple Ridge, as they always do, have given us an incredible group of councillors to serve for the next 4 years and continue the work of the outgoing council. I would be remiss if I did not thank the members of the outgoing council for their work over the last 4 years. Councillor Duncan, Councillor Midas, Councillor Svensson, and Councillor Robson, along with Mayor Mike Morden, have dedicated themselves to the work of council. Let's get serious here for a moment. They had a hard job to do. They served in a period where, somebody's talking to me, where the world went through a global pandemic, and despite all the challenges that it brought to our day-to-day life, they remained committed to delivering on the promises they made when they were elected. I also want to thank the hard-working city staff for their continued dedication to making this a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you. We're getting there. The chain of office is a reminder that we stand on the shoulders who came before us, a tangible reminder of the many generations who have delivered our city to this day. In fact, in 2024, during our term, Maple Ridge will celebrate its 150th year since incorporation. Given everything that's happened in the last couple of years, I really think we're ready for a celebration. I would be remiss if we didn't learn from the lessons of Canada 150 celebration, when the members of Katzie First Nation came to the Canada Day event with t-shirts that said Canada 150, Katzie 10,000. That is a stark reminder to all of us that the Katzie First Nation and the Kwantlen First Nation have been here for thousands of years. As the city celebrates the milestone of incorporation, we will ensure that we take the opportunity to celebrate the history of the first peoples of this place at the same time. In 2024, we will host the BC Summer Games that were canceled in 2020 due to the pandemic. As I noted, Corleen was the director of the 2020 Games, and they were ramping up to host the athletes, coaches, and officials from all around BC. And we will bring together a team to deliver some real memorable games. This will be an opportunity to market our community to BC. This is an extraordinary place. We live between the Golden Ears Mountain and the Fraser River. In between, we have the Alouette River and Kanaka Creek. The trails and parks in our community are breathtaking. And over the next 4 years, we will work with our citizens, sports user groups, and our staff to deliver the amenities we need for our fast-growing community. All of us around the table will be advocating for investments from senior government, and I sincerely hope that the Katzie First Nation and Kwantlen First Nations will be a part of this process as we create spaces for recreation, reflection, and education. The mountain view is obvious to anyone that travels through our community, but Maple Ridge's superpower is people. In the audience tonight are representatives from SD42, the Maple Ridge BIA, the Chamber of Commerce, the Arts Council, and a number of volunteers and organizations that work hard every day to build a great community. I thank all of you for your ongoing service and dedication to our community. I'd also like to recognize the Golden Ear Métis Society and Fraser River Indigenous Society for all their work in supporting their culture and their communities. Thank you also to my family, sorry. And yeah, and my partner Deb for all your support. Look at you, stop crying. You're gonna make me cry. Excuse me. Yeah, I had a frog in my throat. It's been an emotional journey to get here. Tonight is a culmination of the election process, where citizens select the 7 people that will be stewards of the community for the next 4 years. But it's also an opportunity for us to turn the page from the campaign and to rally everyone here and people that could not be here tonight. We will work together to build the community that we all want for today and the community that our children's children will live in. In the media and on social media, we sometimes feel divided. I remember my time in Ottawa working on committees and having meetings with representatives from across the country and realizing that we're actually more alike than we are different. We have many shared values. What we see in question period on TV is pretty shocking at times. However, the reality is this. Behind the scenes, legislation was often crafted in a very collaborative manner. That's why this is so important to us today, because collaboration is what's going to help us move forward. My hope is that we will be able to bring the creativity, skills, and experience and passion of people of all backgrounds and political stripes to the table to forge the future. Our city needs a strong and thriving local economy. We need to deliver the land for future employment growth. As the global economy changes, we need to make sure that Maple Ridge is positioned for the future and make sure that we are embracing that change. The economy needs people that are trained in the skills that modern manufacturing and engineering require. Trades, technology, engineering, we need to attract these workers and to ensure that we have the educational institutions here in our community for everyone to acquire the skills and knowledge that they need to thrive. We need to continue to coordinate all of the resources and expertise in our community to address those who are dealing with addiction, mental health, and homelessness. We need to be proactive and work with senior government to ensure that seniors, youth, and young families are able to find affordable housing. We need to address the challenges around transportation, our road network, transit, cycling, and walking, so people can get from one point to another reliably and safely. We need to ensure that our development is sustainable. Atmospheric rivers, heat domes, droughts, windstorms have become the norm. We need to be ready to meet the response for this new reality and make a plan to do our part and reduce our carbon footprint. This is a pretty big to-do list. You know what the hardest part's going to be? It's going to be the way that we meet these challenges and forge the future together. Let's dedicate ourselves to debating issues, not people. The diversity of our community is our strength, and that diversity is represented at our council table. I'm looking forward to the next 4 years. Let's do this together. This is an amazing council, and all of you, let's make a better Maple Ridge. Thank you. more. Yeah, I saw the clump in the road there. No need to fall down.
Now continue the next formal portion of the agenda, and that is to hold the inaugural council meeting to deal with the administrative matters before continuing with the balance of festivities this evening. If I could please ask Mayor Rumi to call the meeting to order.
Good evening. The time is 6:42. November 1st. Welcome to the inaugural council meeting. Can I get a motion to call the meeting to order?
So moved.
Second.
Second. We have, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please raise your hands.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you.
The next item is the approval of the agenda.
May I have a mover and a seconder?
So moved.
Second.
Seconded. Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Once again, it's unanimous. We're on a really great track right now.
Let's start.
This is the easy part.
I'll turn the meeting over to the corporate office.
Thank you, sir. So the next item is item 7, which is appointment of acting mayor rotation. So for the rotation, the individual assigned months are up on the screen. So the proposed wording of the motion is, be it resolved that the 2022-2023 acting mayor rotation be set as follows. November, December 2022 is Councillor Dewick. January 23 to February 23 is Councillor Youssef. March and April of 23 is Councillor Carreras. May and June 2023 is Councillor Schiller. July and August is Councillor Tan. September and October is Councillor Dozy. And November and December is Councillor Dewick. Can I have somebody move that?
So moved.
Second.
And can we have a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, it's unanimous. All right, the next item is item 8, which is the appointment of directors. There are a number of peripheral corporations that roll up into the city of Maple Ridge. So the first one is the Maple Ridge Municipal Holdings Ltd. And what we have is a resolution that asks to put together a shareholder resolution that deals with some administrative matters. So the proposed wording is, be it resolved that the City of Maple Ridge, as shareholder of Maple Ridge Municipal Holdings Ltd., adopt the following resolution appointing directors of Maple Ridge Holdings Ltd. in accordance with the Business Corporations Act. Can I get somebody to move?
Second.
Okay, seconded?
Can I get a mover and a seconder?
Moved.
I move. Oh, second.
Okay, and can we vote?
Aye.
All right,
So moved.
unanimous. Okay, the next corporation is CDMR Developments Ltd. Similar motion. The proposed wording is that it be resolved that City of Maple Ridge, as shareholder of CDMR Developments Ltd., adopt the following resolution appointing directors of CDMR Developments Ltd. in accordance with the Business Corporations Act. And the detailed wording is up on the screen.
Can I get a mover and a seconder?
Seconded.
Okay. Sheila.
Speakers list, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to staff, is this the precursor to an investment corporation as it's commonly known?
Through the chair to Councillor Youssef, this is an item, this is a legacy corporation that has been around for a number of years. Each corporation that is set up needs to be put to the province to adopt the reason why it is in existence. This is a different entity that is historical in nature.
Through the chair to staff, thank you for that clarification. And both of these corporations are, I recall previously signing on to Maple Ridge Municipal Holdings as a director. The CDMR Developments Limited, that's new this term, correct?
Through the chair to Councillor Youssef, no, this is a historical corporation. My understanding is that it currently does not actually hold any assets. It is simply a legacy corporation that has been on the books for a number of years.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Those are my questions.
If there are no other speakers,
Okay, so there are no other speakers. Do we need a second? Well, in that case,
Vote. All in favor?
all those in favor?
Aye. Gotta keep you sharp.
They told me it would be unanimous.
thank you, sir. Those are the items that we had on the agenda. That only leaves us with item 10, which is the adjournment.
Thank you very much. Call for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn and to celebrate, Mr. Chair.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded by council. Thank you, and we are adjourned.